The great thing about sound design is that you can pick any sound and turn it into so many different things simply by processing it. This video will cover topics like how to process a simple saw wave to make it have a personality, how to turn a white noise into a sick bass. We're gonna make a little song out of these sounds to test their usability, and some more additional tips and tricks that will help you design better sounds. A simple thing about sound designing is that you don't need to know what effects to put, you don't need to know what exact steps should be taken, you don't need to have any sound in mind. All you need to do is to take that next step, add that next effect that will improve the sound, and that will keep pushing it into the right direction until at the end you will end up with a nicely processed sound that has a personality and that's very interesting and is just unique. Ladies and gentlemen, equip yourself with headphones because we need to have a very high resolution of sound because we want to dive into the details of the sound and shape the sound in a very detailed way. So we have a very long sustained saw wave. So now I don't have any specific sound in mind. As you can see, the effect chain is just empty. I don't have any effect chain in mind. I don't have anything that I want out of this sound. I don't have any specific direction to take it to, but I can hear that it's kind of like farting and it would benefit from smoothing it. So we can add a disperser. Simply by doing a lot of sound design, I already know what effects I'm gonna get out of putting certain effects. So I kind of know how to push the sound into just better direction, just how to improve it and keep improving it, how to keep adding things. It can be very basic at the beginning. We may just be adding some very basic things, but at some point it'll be like the idea will pop up of what direction to push the sound in. For now, let's just keep adding. Let's just add a disperser to kind of like smoothen the sound. That sounds nice. We can duplicate it, put this in a different location. You can smoothen out the high ends by adding disperser. See, it's not so like, as you can hear, it was like, but with disperser, it's like more watery and like kind of smoothened. There's no like spikes anymore. It's more like rounded. So different distortion types are gonna give you different effects and like position them so that you get the most out of it, like the best sound. I like that. I'm going to put millimeters so that you can see the sound. Keep adding things like a Foreman filter. Like a nice ooh sound, and then we can double that with the, and give it to the next person with the EQ. We can add these points right here, and you can see that there's a piano roll here, so we can add a D, which is our root note, and we can add an F sharp, which is the third minor. And you can see it starts to get a really nice chord out of that. Take that into the lower D. And if we make this super annoying like this, get rid of this. And now when we add a distortion to this, saturator was nice. Let's just check Prisma first because multi-bend may work better. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, this doesn't have any key tracking, unfortunately. We may want to maybe smooth it out with the disperser again. We kind of get like a sound. Check this one out. Can get cool sounds if we go with the like low octaves. We're gonna make one main sound and we're gonna turn that sound into a lot of little different sounds. It's time for EQ. Let's see this one. Add a vocoder. The sound looks so cool. As you can see, it's getting really loud, so just put a limiter here. Maybe make them louder. Like that, and then add another one. Oh, what the fuck? That's crazy. Now as we modulate it should give us like a completely different sound because look how much processing there is after that sound. There are like these sweet spots inside of that filter. Oh, look at the sound shape. There's like a dissonance here. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I'm thinking about adding some chorus. We can put some serum effects right just after that. Yep. You can hear that it kind of adds that little detail of like richness and crispness and brightness. It makes it sound like holy. Then we're getting Oh. Oh, hell yeah, that sounds amazing. Oh! What's cool about this is that we have these resonances all the time, so it kind of like keeps the tension of the sound all the time because it's playing all the time the same resonances. And also playing different notes is going to trigger different resonances because like different note has different resonances. See how they move? So if you accentuate these like that, different resonances will get accentuated based on the different notes that you press. Oh! And now we can process the sound in the middle of the processing. So again, as you can see, we have like the whole list of different effects right here. If I disable them, oh, hell no. So whatever we tweak right here in the serum is gonna get affected by all of these effects. You can get really unexpected sounds out of that. That note was nice. I'm just gonna disable it. Oh, put it before the high pass, so it's gonna get wide. Oh, hell yeah. Let's see any filters. Of course, reverb filter. Oh, hell yeah. Look at what the sound is doing in the stereo. Oh. And how it struggles when there's like these colliding frequencies. You can see how it wobbles. It doesn't hit the right resonances. With these EQs, some of these just hit these resonances perfectly. Oh, hell yeah. I need an envelope. Group this, add an external instrument, and send the MIDI to Serum Effects. Now we send the MIDI from this track into Serum Effects, and now we can use this envelope to control anything that's assigned to it. And now we can automate this. Oh, that's cool. Add low in here. That's some holy sound. I found that you can do really cool stuff with this crumble thing when you go into the ping pong mode. Make this really slow, no modulation, instead of dedoubler. Let's see. Well, this one's kind of cleaner. What is doing this? Is it because I automated this? Oh yeah, let's delete that automation completely. So it's a really annoying sound, I know. I was thinking about adding Soothe here. So yes, I have added resonances and I now want to delete them with Soothe. Sounds counterproductive, but hey, we can do that totally. Yeah, just clean it up a little bit. The sound without the processing sounds like this. We're turning into this. Now we're gonna go into Serum. We're gonna add some automation. So if you hit the mix in Serum, you can access the level and then add an envelope to this. To make that sound actually playable, add drums. Super Heavy 2, ladies and gentlemen, coming out real soon. We can even add a lot of volume to this because there's this chain of processing after that. And it's gonna get super loud, but we're getting some extra sounds out of that. Is LFO gonna work? Oh my god, the LFO works. Oh my god. I'm gonna put this serum after that. Do this. That sounds cool. Add just LFO to this. Okay. So we're adding one for this, one to change the pitch, to make it like down, 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 two stages. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then this goes on to level. So what's happening here is that we have this that adds the tonality, and then we are using the reverb filter, and when we automate the cutoff, it creates a pitch movement. Oh, much better. Now we're gonna make a one-shot out of this. Okay, that sounds cool. Make this 0 and then add that here. As I said at the beginning, the ideas are gonna be popping up right now. It's kind of like a plucky sound that we could make a reality. There's chorus and that has a filter. Oh, that sounds cool. I don't care, we're making it in B. It sounds good, so all that matters. Take all of these, so it's D, B. This has to be in B too. We are making it in B. Never done this, never recommended, but it kind of sounds like this sounds okay. Actually really good. We gotta make that work better. Make him short. Yes, that's going to go into this. Gonna go down. Now automate this. Oh, hell yeah. That sounds cool. I'm gonna do a manual sidechain here. That sounds kind of lit. I need like holy sounds. That's what it sounds like. How about I take all this processing and put it onto this sound? Oh. 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 Once you have the effect chain, you can just put it on any sound and then see how that works. And chances are you can get some really sick sounds out of that. We can make that more interesting by automating this. Da-da. So this one, and take the frequency of this. Na-na. Oh, I nailed it. Okay. This is the first sound that we made, and this is what we made out of this first sound. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna dive into the sound number 2, and it's going to be white noise. Because how are you gonna make a bass or something or a synth out of just white noise? How would you do that? Like, it's completely atonal, there's nothing inside of it, it's just a complete mess of frequencies. You couldn't be more wrong. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like complete shit. Prisma maybe first. Before Prisma, we're gonna put EQ, and we need to have some note, so we're just gonna go here, find E note, for example, E2. Ooh, look at the waveform, look at the stereo thing. That's crazy. You can completely gain these down. Well, that was pretty easy. Hell yeah. Have you ever seen someone make a donk bass out of white noise? Holy balls, look at this thing. Holy shit. This is some multi-dimensional shit. That sounds cool. Put it inside of the MIDI and then just play it as a MIDI instrument. Normalize. Go into controls, pitch envelope, and then pitch envelope at the amount. Now make that longer. It's adding that transient, as you can hear. Then we need to add some soothe. As you can hear, it's really resonating. Hear that? Let's add a bit of a filter automation. Maybe add this. Oh, that's some clean sub bass. Phase distortion. I hate this frequency. We need like a top layer. Duplicate that, add another layer. That layer would only have a very snappy top. Something like that. Distortion. Ooh, find that sweet spot. That's nice. Very clean bass. Add here a convolver, and then once we load like something like this, we're getting that, but we put that before. Make that lower. That sounds cool. Okay, that sounds cool too. As you can see, the distortion is adding that. Making that super beefy, so let's put more distortion. I'm just doubling this. If I hold a note like this, that's what it produces. Very high quality bass sound that we made out of this. Let's go into making some cooler sounds out of this. Oh, it works because this pitch envelope is here. Let's see if we can add this sound to this. Put the EQ before these distortions, and then We can accentuate the already loud frequencies to add more distortion. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Add like a ring modulator. Oh, hell yes. And now that's gotta be dependable on this pitch automation. So 162. As you can hear, the root note of this bass changes. And when we add, it's this, and then it's it's just because there's distortion here. Also, you're boosting frequencies. When that's happening, the note of the sound can actually change. When you're especially boosting harshly frequencies, let's add Serum Effects. And Serum Effects has this formant filter, and it's a very like a low passive filter and high passive filter that gives you formants of a human voice. And we can kind of make like yeah sound out of this. Blend it in so that we can have some high end. This high end really nicely transitions from here to here. Let's dive into the sounds that we made. Let's see what we've made, ladies and gentlemen. So we made this sound. Another sound. Hell yeah. Oh. And what's cool is that you can have a session like this, spend, I don't know, 3 hours or so designing sounds, and then you can just take all these sounds and make a sick track out of them. Because look how crazy these sounds are. So another sound that we made is this. Another sound that we made is this. Or this. Hell yeah. Another sound, ladies and gentlemen. And the sound that we made from a white noise is this one. Another one is this one. You can add effects and effect chains, and you can replace the initial sound so that you can get more sounds out of one sound, because now you have a long effect chain that all you gotta do is to replace something at the beginning, and then you're gonna get a different sound. Maybe do this after this. See? See, you already have another sound that you can then resample, rearrange into a song, and then make a song out of them. Or you can make a huge library of samples this way by simply doing this and then replacing the initial preset in a sound. So we could now add Serum in here instead of Viral, for example, and switch a preset inside of it. And now it kind of sounds different. Maybe it sounds even better. You can rearrange even the effects and get some other crazy stuff. If you want to go even crazier in Ableton, you can group all of them, and you can then go into the macro section and hit map, and you can map different parameters of these. And then once you map, you will have a lot of different macros, and you can randomize them and save them into the snapshots right here. And then you have a whole list of different presets. And then all you gotta do is to take this rack and put it on a different sound, and then you're gonna get a completely new thing out of that, and you can keep doing that until you get bored. So check this out. I'm gonna add the new MIDI, copy this effect chain right here, take off this for now, the Serum Effects, right? And then add it. Preset, and then the presets are gonna sound, and oh hell yeah, all of the presets are gonna sound super beefy. Oh. And the reason for them sounding beefy is because you have made this effect rack to sound good. So there are high chances that when you put it on something else, it's gonna also sound good. You spend a few hours, like 3-5 hours in one day, and you design a lot of different sounds that are really high quality. You're making fire sounds, and then all these sounds have a higher quality. So then when you put them into the track, already your track is gonna sound much better. And I already have like a huge group of sounds, so I can then open project and then arrange these sounds, create rhythm with them, add drums to them, add different sounds, ear candies, fillers. I can add atmosphere to the track. I can add a theme, a personality. It's much easier to design sounds without any purpose. You don't know what sounds you're gonna get. You're just sound designing, experimenting, and you're gonna get some cool sounds at the end. And then those sounds are gonna dictate the theme of the song. So it's kind of easier to design a track this way because you already have a lot of sounds that you can use, and you can build a song theme based on these sounds instead of trying to create sounds that are gonna fit the song. That's much harder to do. Check out oversample.us for premium sound design samples and presets for your sound design and music production needs. Volcanoes, Credits Inspired Sample Pack, super heavy power drum fills. There's a new super heavy, ladies and gentlemen, super heavy 2 coming out real soon. There are free effect racks for your sound design needs. There are Flume Inspired Sample Pack, Hyperpop, Color Bass, Cinematic Drum Kits, Soundchest Sample Pack with my signature sounds, Cyberpack with Cyberpunk samples, Future Bass Ultimate Toolkit, huge load of samples like 2077 samples for all your production needs. And there are also presets. The presets that I've been using right now at the end to show you the different sounds is the Dragons, but also Resurrection is nice. And for Future Bass and other melodic contents are the Portify and Ultimate Future Bass Serum presets, Volume 1 and 2. There are also vocal chops, vocals in here, and also vocals for Future Bass are inside of the Ultimate Future Bass Toolkit pack. There are acapellas, and there are acapellas from Slap House here. But if you want to get some free stuff, there's also a free stuff content with a lot of different free packs, sounds, and projects. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Let me know in the comments what are your thoughts. If you have any questions, ask them as well. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.